who should give the first offer? Buyer or seller? What do you think? Hi, I'm Tissa Dissanayaka, founder, Boston Negotiation Group. For this long debated question, there is no hard and fast answer. Then how do you decide? It depends on who knows the market better. Person who understands the market better and who prepared better should give the first offer, whether he's a buyer or seller. That means if you are not confident to give the first offer, either you don't understand the market or you are not prepared enough. Then what should you prepare? Preparation includes gathering all relevant information, understanding demand and supply. What are the other options available? Risk, logistic, what does the competition do? Simply, do you understand the market better than the other person? When you are well informed and prepared, your first offer based on sound judgment. If you truly believe the other person knows the market better than you do, let him give the first offer. Knowing the market better than the other person is only a half of the success, because the other half is knowing how much to quote first. Imagine par value of this deal is 100. Then what is your first number? In negotiation, this is called anchoring. Whoever offers first number or first price point drops the anchor. This number subconsciously impacts all possible outcomes. Learning how to drop the anchor at right level is important. Why? Because this works as a reference point for rest of the negotiation. All future talks will be about and around this number. There are markets and industries where anchoring is pre-announced as list price, tag price, sticker price. Have you ever walked into a car sales? Do you remember those large price stickers on the windscreen? Then you know what we are talking about. What if your negotiating counterparts drops the anchor first, and that anchor point is either too high if you are the buyer or too low when you are the seller? In negotiation, these are called high ball and low ball anchor points. Remember, other person's anchor point is just a number. You have no idea what it is based on. You are free to ignore. Then what can you do? Shift the anchor to where you wish it to be. Now hold on. Before you shift it, you got to pull it off. How do you do that? Immediately indicate anchor point is way too high. And you should say why. You have to support your argument with facts and the reasons. If you are the buyer, tell the seller price is too high and give the reasons. And tell him your price is too high because the same is available elsewhere for a lower price. When you are the seller, tell the buyer his first offer is too low. And tell him because there are others already willing to pay higher price than this. Give the facts and reasons. There's a caveat to this. Do not dwell or stay longer or talk about this anchor point, thereby giving unnecessary significance to this number. Why? Because more you talk about it, it could subconsciously influence all parties in future negotiations. Pull that anchor off, push it aside, and re-anchor it to the point where you wish to see it. This is called re-anchoring. For that, you got to be well prepared. That is why preparation is the key for any successful negotiation outcome. Sometimes sellers tend to think The higher you anchor it first is advantageous for the seller. This is counterintuitive. Why? Because it scares away potential buyers. You lose opportunity to negotiate, consequently losing money. If high anchoring is a chronic issue, it could adversely impact your long-term reputation as a seller. Many years ago, I was visiting night market in Thailand, was negotiating with the local vendor to buy a handicraft. He dropped the anchor initially, 3,500 Thai baht, around $100 equivalent. After many minutes of negotiating, finally I was able to buy it for 1,000 Thai baht. It's around $30. Fortunately, I was sufficiently warned about bargaining tactics, and the anchor points in this market. In your country, do you have a place, street or market that they are known infamously quoting very high prices and you are expected to bargain it to buy it less than 50%? And if you don't bargain like hell on earth, you are ripped off. Similarly, if you are a buyer, frequently dropping low anchor could scare away sellers, consequently losing opportunity to negotiate and losing money. This could affect your long-term reputation because sellers will move away from you. Then, what's the right point to anchor? It depends, because there are no hard and fast rules. It depends based on market to market, product to product, or person to person. It depends is a not good answer, is it? Well, let me share best practices. As a rule of thumb, where the market information is widely available, if you are the seller, it is safe to drop the anchor at least 20 to 30% above the par value. It's a safe number to start with. If you are the buyer, drop the anchor at least 20 to 30% below the par value because it's a sufficiently challenging number to start with. Please remember, you are free to quote high or low as you wish. In summation, if you know the market better than the other person, you should give the first offer whether you are a buyer or seller. If not, let the other person to go first. Knowing how to drop the anchor first in right way is an advantage that could influence the rest of the negotiation. By any chance, if the other person drops the anchor first before you do, now you know how to pull it off, shift aside, and re-anchoring to the point where you wish it to be. What is your experience on this? Please feel free to comment below. And don't forget to watch other negotiation videos in this channel.